despite the gloom, our next stock picker does recommend some UK retailers. Let's hear now from David Lowery. He's head of dealing at Faraday Research. Good to see you, David.
Morning.
First of all, let's go through let's just start with some of these stock picks.
Sure.
I look at them and I think, gosh, these are about the most unsexy companies I've ever seen. Domino's Pizza, for
To be
one.
honest, a few of them are. But really, in times like this, that's kind of what you're looking for as well. You don't want anything that's going to try and shoot the lights out. You want something that's a good business from the bottom up. It's going to perform well regardless of how the economy is doing. And we think we've managed to find a few.
Domino's Pizza Poland?
That's right. Yeah, it's a small company. They recently won the master franchise for Domino's Pizza in Poland, and they're on with rolling out some stores at the moment. They've opened 4 already. There's another 2 on the way in the next couple of weeks, so we're expecting sales to ramp up there very, very quickly.
So you think it's a good time to get in and a good opportunity here?
Absolutely. Well, Domino's Pizza has been a smash hit around the world. It's in 60 markets globally, and we see no reason why it won't be repeated in Poland.
Well, we're talking about pizza. Another company that you find a good buy at the moment is one that makes clothing for large people.
Absolutely. And
N Brown.
N Brown, they're not the company you'll see on the high street because they do most of their selling either on the internet or through catalogues. But they do, as you say, they make clothes for old people or big blokes. And as I say, it's not the kind of stuff you can find on the high street, but there is still really big demand for those kind of clothes. They're rolling out in the US and Germany, which...
It's like a big and tall.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that they do on the High and Mighty brand as well.
US and Germany, that sound like the right markets to go to.
I think they'll be very good for them.
All right, and then the most glamorous of grocery stores, Morrison's.
Well, as a northern fellow myself, you've always got to kind of fight for the home team, and we really like Morrison's. They've got £7 billion property portfolio, they've got a good yield, and in times of austerity, people see Morrison's as good value. So you're seeing them take market share from their rivals as well.
So just give us the criteria for investors that want to look for similar plays. What are the 3 main things you're looking for when you find value here?
Sure. Well, it's got to be a solid business, and it's got to be backed by good management. And for us, it's also got to be able to perform well when the markets are pretty tough. And we think certainly the 3 that we've just discussed now, they're all very, very solid businesses. They're fundamentally very strong, they're well run, and they have some excellent opportunities long term.
Is it a good idea for people to be buying anything in the current markets that we're seeing with the volatility?
We think so, yes, because it's easy to run and hide, but whereabouts do you put your cash? Would you want to lock in low bond yields at the moment? I'd argue possibly not. Gold's looking pretty toppy at the moment as well, and your money's got to go somewhere, so we think equities, if you find the right ones, offer fantastic potential.
But surely people are slowing down their buying, their activity. I mean, this is not a market for the faint-hearted.
Potentially, but again, if you find the right companies, then you can still perform pretty well. We've still been taking profits on some of our earlier recommendations and been doing well on the small and mid caps. So you've just got to really do your thorough analysis. You've got to really understand the business you're investing in and what makes it tick.
And where are you focusing that analysis? We've talked about the types of companies, but what about the regions of the world? Is it mainly Europe?
Just for us, it's primarily the UK. There's still a lot of opportunities in the UK. For our clients, we don't really need to go looking overseas for opportunities, when there are still, if you look hard enough, plenty in the home market.
And when you look at what the government's doing here in the UK with the austerity mix and the Bank of it, George Osborne saying the Bank of England's got plenty of room to, for activist monetary policy, do you think that there's the right mix in policy here in the UK?
It's a tough one to call, really. We probably need another 6 months to see what happens in Europe and how that might affect the UK. It says there's no plan B, but there always is. If needs must, then you can change tack. And if it's for the good of the economy, then they can do that.
It's going to be a crucial few months as far as the global economy is concerned and growth. David Lowery there, Faraday Research. Thanks very much.